Onwards and upwards, as they say. All right.
So, let's see if we have any viewers in the next minute or so. So if anyone is viewing us already, we don't have the count yet. So, welcome everyone to the 5 o'clock webinar. And today we'll talk about describing personality. So we are both from the Milan Meravigli School. My name is Emily and I'm from the UK. And my colleague is?
My name is Carl and I am from Ireland.
Great. So some differences, probably more similarities between us, I like to think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And if you are watching us, please write down your name, tell us who you are and where you come from. We like to have an interaction with you.
All right.
So we have two people joining us now. Welcome, both of you.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay, so lots of opportunities to talk about yourself and your family today. Hopefully some useful vocab for you. So we'll talk about the present simple, describing personality. So partly describing your character, who you are, and also physical descriptions as well.
So we have Mattia here from Milan. Mattia, hi.
Hi,
Welcome
Mattia.
into the focus.
Welcome.
All right.
Okay. So some questions to start with. So Mattia, maybe you can also answer these as we go through them, or anyone else with us. So, Cahill, what do you think for the first question?
Yeah, so how many people are in your family? This one I'm going to answer. I do know this, and I was about to say I think I know this one. So this is the thing. When we say how many people are in your family, do we mean like all family, or do you mean
Yes.
Yeah. So we have a phrase for like your mom and your dad, your brothers and sisters. And we say this is your immediate family. Right? So your immediate family is your mother, father, brothers and sisters. And then for the other people in your family, your grandparents, your cousins, your aunties, and your uncles, we call those your extended family. Right, so I'll just write that down. Brothers and sisters.
Yes, and I think families now can be very, very complicated. My family is certainly very difficult to talk about because of various marriages and divorces and other things. It's very very complicated.
Stepbrothers and stepsisters.
Exactly.
And all this.
Yes.
Yeah. Makes for a enthralling conversation, I imagine.
Yes, it's something anyway.
Exactly. So your extended family is basically everyone else.
Yeah, and for a general word for any family member, you can also call a relative. You can talk about your relatives, which is very, very general. Whereas your parents is your mother and your father.
Okay, very
people
good.
in those positions for you.
So Mattia here has said that he's in quarantine, like everybody else. Unfortunately.
Are you in quarantine with your family, Mattia? Who are you with?
So sorry, I mean to answer this question number one here. Question one: there are 6 people in my immediate family, in my family.
Okay.
So yeah, this is kind of a common phrase that sometimes I know Italian people make the mistake, but I don't know if it's the same for French or Spanish people. But we say there are 6 people in my family, um, because we don't say we are in 6. We say there are 6
Hmm.
in my family. So I
Yes.
have my mother, my father, my 2 sisters, and my brother.
Right. So you have lots of siblings. You can say
Yes,
siblings or brothers and sisters.
yes, together. Yeah, you can say brothers and sisters together, siblings. So I have 2 sisters and 1 brother, or I have 3 siblings.
Hmm.
And I think this is an easy question for me to answer. Question 2: I do not live with my family as I live here.
Hmm.
All right, so Mattia, remember, not we are in 3 person. There are 3 people in my family.
Hmm.
Okay, because people is the plural for person. We say one person is singular and people is plural.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah. And welcome to Antonio. Antonio, maybe you can tell us
Hey,
about
Antonio,
your
welcome.
family.
Yeah, please tell us. Please tell us.
Mhm. Okay.
Right.
I can try to answer number one, but it's difficult because I have kind of two families. I have
Mm-hmm.
my mother, and I have my dad and his and the rest of my family. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so probably if I include my mum, then um, there there are five of us because I have two sisters and my parents. But my sisters and my mother are not related, so there are different parts of the family. And
So you
I
mentioned a
also,
very, very interesting phrase there. There are 5 of us. Nice.
hmm, yes, yeah. If you want to make it more personal, you can include of us that way.
A very nice phrase. Wow, it's like you've been speaking English for so long. All right. Uh, okay, Antonio, remember what I said the first time. So there are 4 people in my family, or my family has 4 people.
Hmm.
But yes, very good. And Marzia, very good. Welcome, Marzia, as well. So
Hmm.
remember, Marzia, what we're getting at? There are. So not we are. There are three
Hmm.
people. All right.
Yes, so it's more descriptive and less personal.
Yeah, exactly. There are for family. There are 4. There are 5. Okay.
And for any group as well, to give a number in any group, it's the same.
Yeah, because I know in Italian, guys, you say siamo in quattro. We are in. But in English, we do
Hmm.
not say this. We say there are 4 of us, or there are three
Hmm.
people, 4 people. All right. What about question number 3 there? I guess we'll give this to the comments section as well. Guys,
Hmm.
can you guys answer this as well? Do you often spend time with your family? Antonio, Marzia, anyone else there as well? Mattia, do you guys often spend time with your family? I think for us it's very difficult, Emily, right? Because we live
Yes,
far away.
yes. I speak on the phone with my family um, fairly often, quite often.
Mhm.
And I exchange messages. I send messages to my dad in particular quite a lot.
Mhm. Okay.
Um, but spend physical time not so much.
Yeah, I think the same it goes for me as well. Like I
Mm.
call or I text, but it's obviously very difficult to do that a lot, given that we work a lot of the time and very late in the evening, and our families
Yes.
are often free in the evening.
Yes.
uh, but no, it's still nice to speak to them. And
Hmm.
so, guys, I see some of you said yes there. Antonio said yes. Very good.
Hmm.
So, what do you usually do with them? So we
Mm.
mentioned that we speak to our family. We talk with our family on the telephone. If you went home, um, Emily, what would you do? What would you do with your family?
Hmm. Um, I often watch films or watch TV with my family, especially my dad and my sisters.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, with my mum, it's difficult. Maybe visit other relatives, visit my extended family who I
Hmm.
don't speak to as often.
Yeah.
Um, to be honest, it doesn't change my relationship with my mum all that much being further
Okay.
away because we mostly just speak anyway.
Okay. All right. Oh, Marzia here. I spend a little time with my family.
Hmm.
Very good. Yeah. So if you want to say like I spend a little time with my family,
That's
very
nice.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you like to do with your family, Cathal?
Well, my family are a bit crazy, and so they like to do different things.
Mm.
We like to play board games,
Ah.
or like you, we watch films as well. We watch a lot of
Mm.
films together.
Mm.
It's but yeah, we sometimes play a game called Articulate,
Ah, I
uh,
like that game.
which is yeah, a fantastic game.
Yes.
However, it gets very competitive.
Hmm.
And my family are very competitive people,
Right.
so it can also start arguments.
Okay. See, my both of my sisters are teenagers. They are adolescents, and they refuse to play board games. They
Ah,
won't play them with us.
yeah,
So maybe one day, one day.
yeah. See, my brother is the youngest, and he's 17. So
Hmm.
myself and my two sisters, we convince him to play it with us.
That's good.
Um,
Yes.
so we try to get him hooked on it. You know.
Uh,
Hmm.
Mattia, I go to the mountain with my family. Very nice. Quite often, Mattia, we use the plural for mountain because it's not specific. It's not one specific mountain. So we say to the
Mm,
mountains.
yeah. So yeah, with the mount because the mountain is what which mountain you're being
Exactly.
specific. Yeah. Oh, nice, Marcia as well. They're saying with us, I usually go to the cinema, to the sea,
Hmm.
or to the sea, or to the restaurants. So remember the restaurant. If you say the restaurant, that's like specific to one. So you need to say we go to restaurants, or to
Hmm.
the sea, or go to the cinema is also correct. Now, not
Hmm.
with us, with them.
Hmm.
All right, because us, we, right? So with them,
Hmm.
I usually go to. So I usually go to the cinema. Nice.
Yeah. Or just we usually go to the cinema if you
Yeah,
prefer.
we usually go. Very good
Okay.
though, guys.
So I think now we have some family members.
Mm.
We talked about some of these already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have, just to give you the pronunciation of these, we have mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather, son and daughter. Just one thing, I say aunt because that's just my pronunciation. Quite often you hear aunt as well with
That would be
the
my
hard A. You say that, yeah, and Americans generally as well.
yeah. I heard
In
some
fact,
Americans even say auntie.
yes, yeah.
Would you say auntie?
I guess I would. It's a strange one for me because of where I am from in England. I am from the middle of England. Mostly, I use the short ah sound. Mostly, I
Okay.
say laugh or bath or that kind of sound. But
Mm.
aunt is the exception. It's the only one where I use
Okay.
the south pronunciation. I don't know why. I think because ant is an animal for me. Ant
Yes,
is an
possibly.
insect. I think that's
Yeah.
the reason. But
Okay.
auntie just sounds too posh for me. It sounds too
Yes.
formal.
Oh, auntie, we're going to have a cup of
Exactly.
tea.
Exactly.
No, it's okay. So, do we have
um,
any other family members? So these people are all members of families. But
mhm.
are there any other words, any other people that we can talk about? So you
Yeah.
mentioned that you and your mother go to see your extended family. So
Hmm.
who do you visit?
Normally, just my grandmother with her. But I think we could also talk about the formality of some of these words
Mm,
because I think normally we don't say mother and father because, again, it's very
okay.
formal. It's very, very formal. So I think mum and dad tend to be more common, or
Yeah.
mom or mum um, are
Or
more
if you're from
common than
Ireland,
mother
we'll
and
say
father. Or mam, absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
mum.
which is nice. Any vowel, basically, for that.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. And the same with grandmother and grandfather. There are lots of different short forms of these words.
Hmm.
Personally, I say, what do I say? In the past, I've said grandma for grandmother or nana, which is a very English, very Northern English word. Same with grandfather,
Yeah.
grandpa. What do you call your grandmother and grandfather?
So it's very funny because my dad's family,
Hmm.
I don't actually call them like grandma and grandpa or granddad, grandmom.
Hmm.
I actually just call them by their names,
Right.
Nancy and Pat, because my grandfather was in the army, and so he would have always like preferred us just to call him Pat and not
Okay.
granddad or anything like that.
Hmm.
Um, if we're referring to him, like we're going, it's like for example, we might say, "I'm going to granddad's Pat's," or
Hmm. Yeah, granddad, of
or
course, as well, is common. Hmm.
or for grandmother, we might just say Granny.
Hmm. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
used to always call
Granny,
my
granddad.
yeah, my grandmother on
Yeah.
my mum's side. I used to always call her Granny.
Yeah. And some people say nan or nanny as well, very similar to the Italian there.
Mm.
Yeah, so there are lots of more familiar words for these. And also, I know you have some other family members, but I talked about sibling as a neutral word for sister
Mm.
or brother, so you can use that for both of those. For
Yeah,
son or daughter, you can just say child, my child, if you want to be neutral, or if you want to talk about the plural, you can say my children if you
yeah.
have a son and a daughter. And that is true even if they are adults. You can still say my children.
Yeah, I think the confusion that happens is that the translation is different. They have different words for it in
Hmm.
Italian. Is that
Yeah.
son and daughter together is figli,
Hmm.
uh, which is fine, your sons or your daughters. But then they say bambini is children,
Hmm.
and so it's kind
Yes.
of strange for them to hear like a 24-year-old is as a child.
Yes.
But it does
Absolutely.
not matter. It does not matter how old you are. You
Mm-hmm.
are your mother and father's children until
Mm-hmm.
you're what, like, well, forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You never stop. It's
Yeah,
great.
we often
All right.
talk about adult children.
Oh, and in my case, is highly applicable.
Okay.
I mentioned there earlier, we have other terms for other uh, people in our family. We have your cousin, and these are the children of your aunt and uncle. Uh, we also have uh, the children of your brothers and sisters. So
Mm-hmm.
the children of your brothers and sisters. So there's a difference between the masculine and the feminine. So for feminine, for nipote is niece, and the masculine is nephew,
Mm-hmm.
masculine.
Yeah, and I think if we do have any French listeners, I think they're very similar to the
Yeah,
French in this case. It's
absolutely.
also depending on who you speak to in English, you may also start to hear the word nibbling, which people are trying to encourage as a neutral
What?
word, which I love. I think it's charming.
That is incredible.
I
I
think
love
it's
that.
adorable.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get everyone to use that. Your nibbling could be your niece or
Oh
your
my
nephew.
god.
I know. I love it.
Oh. Are
Siblings
we
and
going to start
nibblings.
calling our cousins kiblings now? Are we going to start calling cousins?
Yes.
If so, I've got like 40 kiblings.
Wow.
First,
Yeah.
first cousins, as they say.
Hmm.
Um, so very good. So those are the different people in your family.
Yes, please
Uh,
tell
so
us who you have in your family.
yeah. And if you have any questions, guys, if there is anything that is unclear, please write a question to us so that we
Absolutely.
can answer
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So now a big question in some ways now.
Mm,
Can you describe yourself? So here are
my goodness,
some.
how much time do you have?
I know. Well, for you particularly. um, so we're talking about physical descriptions first. So these are they're quite general words. These ones
Mm,
to that are the beginning of a description. People often give more detail when they talk about themselves. So, Carl, do you want to read this one?
so for height, we have tall, short, medium height. We have for body shape, we have fat, slim, or thin. We have hairstyle, hair color, long hairstyle, long, short, curly, straight. Hair color, brown, blonde, black, red, gray, and the for eyes, brown, green, and blue. So it's very important to know how to say, how to describe yourself, and how to use these terms.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're talking about your body shape or your height, you say I am with that vocabulary,
Mm-hmm.
height or body shape. But it's slightly different for hairstyle, hair color, and eyes. If you want to talk about your hairstyle, your hair color, it would say I have with hair, eyes.
Yeah, that's great. It's also, I also want to emphasize short. The word short is the opposite of both tall and long. So we can use
Mm,
it in a lot of contexts.
yeah.
So also, if you talk about time, you say a long time, a short time as well. So short is one of those words we use a lot.
Hmm. Right, so you guys can see us, and you can like see us in the on the video here. But I don't know. I'm a bit afraid to ask them to describe myself. So
Yes, me
I'm
too.
just
Yes.
you. Do you want to describe yourself, Emily?
Oh, I can try.
Yeah,
So I'm quite tall. I would say I'm pretty tall.
yeah,
By my height. Um, body shape. I never know. I
yeah. Me
really want to go into that one. Uh,
Yeah, that's okay.
so yes, I might avoid that one. Um, so hairstyle. I have short hair. My hair I is not curly or straight. My hair is in the middle. So you can say it's wavy. You have wavy hair,
Mm,
a bit like the waves on the sea.
wavy hair.
Yes, as Carl was doing there, wavy hair.
Perfectly demonstrating.
Nice physical demonstration there for physical descriptions.
Yeah.
Um, and my hair color is red. You can say I have red hair, and my eyes are blue, like a grey blue color.
Very nice.
Okay. And we have Mattia as well. Thank you. So tall, medium slim. My
Okay.
hair are short, and my eyes are green. Okay,
Okay.
that's great. So one or two things there, Mattia. So hair is uncountable. So we use the singular with
Mm,
it. So my hair is short. I know that is different from French and Italian. So my
hmm.
hair is short there. Okay.
Yeah. Or you could say, I have
Hmm.
short hair.
Yes, that's yeah, that's great. What do you think, Carl, about medium slim?
Ah,
This is an
yes.
interesting
So,
one.
I mean, this is the thing. Usually, when you're describing yourself, you're not going to describe your body shape. You're just going to say how tall you are, like your color
Hmm.
of your eyes and your hair color. Um, particularly if your mother asks you, "How do I look?" or if your sisters ask you, "How do I look?" then this is like a dead place to get away from because you may end up in a particular sticky situation.
Yes, you look
If you give it
tired.
in. Yes. Oh, you look very tired. It's like what?
I look horrible.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
Matthias, they're saying he's not fat and not thin.
Yes.
So
Yes. I mean, I don't think we have a word about body shape that is that describes that. So you
we
can
could say
say I'm average, maybe,
yeah,
or
average
medium,
or yeah,
but
average
it's
or I
not
would
a
say
specific
medium
word.
build maybe.
Yes, yes, you can use the word build, absolutely.
Yeah, average or medium build. There is a word that we use and it's called chubby, but I guess that's a
Mm-hmm.
particular style. Like I would say that I have like chubby cheeks. Like my
Mm-hmm.
cheeks are
Yes.
chubby.
And chubby is an interesting word because it's affectionate. Often, guys, if you see an adjective ending in E, especially if it's about character or physicality, it's often very affectionate. It's and very informal also. So chubby
Mm,
is an example of that.
yeah, yeah. Well, Raffaele, very good, nice. I am medium height. I have short red hair. I have brown eyes. Very good.
Amazing, great.
Excellent, excellent description.
Maybe we should also mention the difference between slim and thin.
Mm.
So these are very similar words. What do you think the difference is?
So for me, thin is like no, like very little fat. You're very, very
Hmm.
like skinny. I could almost say as well. Skinny is another term we use. Whereas
Hmm.
slim is used to refer to like you're just kind of in good shape. I guess
Yes,
you're
like
not. It's not
healthy, maybe.
unhealthy. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
healthy. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, whereas you could be thin because of an illness, because of a disease,
Mm.
possibly.
Yeah.
Okay. So, another interesting question. Can you describe your family members? So,
Oh, here
how
we
do you want
go.
to describe someone?
I'll take some of them. Maybe I'll stick to the kind of male side of my family. How about that? I'll be
Mhm.
safe. Be safe. So my brother is very thin. He's like not like me at all. He's thin, but he is very tall. He has short, straight brown hair, and he has blue eyes.
Okay.
Um, he has the typical haircut where all the guys have like just shaved all around the back and the
Okay.
side, a bit longer on top.
Mhm.
Always, if you go to Ireland, anyone under the age of 19 has that haircut.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so funny.
Okay.
I noticed, I think it was before Christmas, I saw a group of tourists walking past Duomo,
Mm.
and all of them they were all like boys, all teenage boys, and they all had the same haircut. They were all wearing pretty
Wow.
much the same clothes. And I
Mhm.
turned, because I was with Olivia, and I turned to
Mhm.
Olivia and I was like, they are Irish. I did
Yes.
not need to ask them.
Yeah,
I
I
knew.
think it's very funny when you can immediately recognize a nationality. So,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, so here is another example, although I think everyone is very confident. So she's saying medium height and slim. I have long, straight brown hair and blue eyes. Okay, so maybe we will move away from physical descriptions now, but
Mhm.
continue to write to us in the comments.
Yeah, as Raffaele has just done. Very
Ah,
good.
perfect.
My sister, very good. So Raffaele with this, because my sister and she, these are both subjects, so we only need one. Right? So we just need to say, because my sister and she, they're like the same thing. So we just say my sister is, or she is,
Mhm.
one or the other. My sister is medium height. She has curly brown hair. She has brown eyes, and she is 33 years old. Very nice. Excellent.
Yeah, lovely. Okay.
Well described there, Raffaele. Nice.
Mm. So we've talked about some of this language already, but
Mhm.
it's useful to mention the second one here, maybe. So my grandmother is 95 years old. So she is old, middle aged, or young. So
Mm,
middle aged may be new to some of you.
yes.
Middle
What would you
aged is
classify as middle age? Sorry.
ah
Um,
personally I would say between maybe 40 or 45 and 60, something like that.
okay.
So maybe your children are adults, but you haven't stopped working yet.
Okay, so 40 to 60, would we say?
I would say approximately that, yeah.
Okay. Middle aged, right. Nice. Yeah, because you're in the middle of your lifetime, or you should be in the middle
Yes.
of your lifetime, or it's expected anyway.
Yeah. Often your parents are still alive, but your children need you less, maybe at
Yeah,
that age.
yeah. All right.
Okay. Okay, we have.
Hold on, I'm sorry, but Mattia has gone in on his poor sister here. My sister, remember, so Mattia, my sister is, or she is, one or the other, not together, not together. So my sister is, so again, not medium fat, but we don't want to say that because medium fat does not make sense, right?
Mhm.
So we don't say, we say fat, chubby, slim, or thin, right? Maybe for your sister, it is better not to not to say her body shape.
Mhm.
So she is short and she so remember, third person. So like Raffaele has said, she has.
Mhm.
because it's a third person. So she has
Okay.
long black hair. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Mattia. That's
Well,
a
thank you very much.
really
Yeah.
useful comment. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I think we have talked about this language a lot. So this is also useful when you talk about you and your family. So we have comparatives, words to compare to things or to people. And for short adjectives, for most of them, we just add on the end, er. So I am 26 years old. My sister is 21 years old. She is younger than me. So
Mm-hmm.
she is more young than me. She is younger. And this is true for me and my sisters. My
Me
sisters
too.
are younger than me.
Me too.
Hmm.
Oh, Mattia here has gone again. My sister leads me otherwise. Excellent. Very good, Mattia. Yeah, as she would. She is entitled to do so.
Yeah.
Very good. Very, very good. All right.
So maybe one more example of these comparatives before we move on to maybe personalities and more.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in the comments, try to fill in the gap yourself. So my brother is 1 meter 90 centimeters. I am 1 meter 60 centimeters. He is something tall than me.
Mm-hmm.
Raffaella says older. So your brothers or sisters are older than you, Raffaella?
So if you are, however old you are,
Right, he is
so
older
he's older than
than
me.
me.
Van, yeah,
Yeah,
very good.
it might
TH.
be a typo, but yeah, remember than, not then.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is taller. So we are talking about height. So he is taller than me. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Okay. Are any of your siblings taller than you, Gahel?
Well, when I was last at home, no, but maybe now, yes. My brother might be
Mm.
taller than me
Yes,
now.
growing
Uh,
at 17. Mm.
yeah, exactly. And he's got a lot less weight on him, so he's not being weighed down as much. He
Mhm.
can go keep going straight up.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Okay. So again, let us know if you have any questions about comparatives. I'm sure you will see these again in the future. So this
Mm-hmm.
may be an introduction to some of you.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about character. So often this is more interesting when you talk about people.
Yeah.
So again, you can write in the comments what you think for the answers. We are matching opposites. So I will give you the pronunciation first. So we have talkative, hardworking, polite, honest, serious, shy, outgoing, dishonest, funny, quiet, rude, and lazy.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we will give you some time to match them. Oh, we have two already from Raffaele. Wow,
Nice. Very
thank you.
good. So he's saying that talkative is similar to quiet, or
Mhm.
opposite to quiet. Sorry, not
Yeah,
similar. Opposite. He's saying that hardworking is the opposite of lazy.
that's perfect. Yes.
Very good. Very good. Polite is the opposite of rude. Nice, Rafaela.
Yeah,
Yeah,
brilliant.
very good. So we've got honest, serious, shy, outgoing, dishonest, funny. What do you think?
Mm.
So maybe the next one, honest, is probably easy enough to
Yes,
figure out. Honest, dishonest. Yeah, that's
absolutely.
good.
A common negative beginning,
Mm,
dishonest.
yeah. Although it was very funny, my brother asked me the other day. He said, "What's the opposite of disappointing, Cathal? Is it appointing?"
I love that.
I was like,
That's
no,
wonderful.
no. Oh, very good, Raffaele. He's on a roll here. This man, he's
You
on fire.
are.
Serious is the opposite of funny and
Yeah,
shy. Oh, he's hit a home run here. Shy and outgoing.
wonderful. Well
Raffaele
done.
is the real MVP over here. Nice.
Yeah, amazing. Well done. Okay.
Very
Um,
good.
so which of these adjectives describe you? So you can tell us in the comments.
Yeah, please.
Carol, which ones describe you, do you think?
I think the best ones to describe me would be talkative,
Hmm.
outgoing, and maybe a little bit lazy.
Okay. I think everyone is a little bit lazy.
I mean,
Um,
at the moment, anyway, with everything that's going on.
yes, yes. I think you are funny. Also, you can say you're funny.
Ah, thank you.
Um, and for anyone who is unsure, funny is comic. If you
Mm,
you tell jokes, you make people laugh. You are funny.
yeah,
Again, something we need at the moment.
definitely, definitely. Something that the more that I drink, I think the better, or maybe the worse it becomes. I'm not sure.
Well,
depends,
yes.
depends on the evening.
Hmm.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Uh, do you think there are any other adjectives we need to talk more about here?
Let's see. Some more adjectives to describe. So we're describing character and personality. Oh, here we go.
Ah,
Raffaele, nice. I'm outgoing, sometimes lazy, and honest, usually funny. Ah, nice.
okay, great. Yeah,
Very good.
yeah,
Very, very good.
that's nice. Okay.
Maybe we could say if you are, oh, this is a good one, trustworthy, maybe.
Hmm, that's a nice one.
Trustworthy is people are able to trust you.
Hmm. Yeah, the opposite, untrustworthy, untrustworthy. Quite again, quite a logical negative there.
Yeah.
I think maybe talkative is quite formal. Maybe we don't
Mm,
use it so much when we speak. We probably say chatty if someone talks a lot. You can say someone is chatty because a chat is like an informal conversation. You
mm,
can use it as a verb as well. You can chat with someone. We often talk about WhatsApp as a chat as well.
yeah. Even in China, they have their own social media that's called WeChat.
Hmm.
The social media that like replaced or not replaced, but is basically the same as Facebook for them.
Hmm. Yeah.
All right. Trying to think
Okay.
of any other ones that we could use.
Um. Maybe confident. Again, confident is kind of between shy and outgoing. Because I think you can be shy and confident.
Mm,
I think I am probably both shy and confident. Um, but you can speak quite well. Um, you are outgoing when you need to be.
mm. You're like you're happy with, you're content with your ability to do something, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Maybe you're confident in your job. because you know what you are doing, you know that you can do it well. And I think that's another useful one.
Absolutely.
Of course, there is happy and sad and various emotional words that you may know already. Okay.
All right. So this is an important one, guys, this next slide, because the difference between the questions that we ask for personality against physical description. Sometimes the question is the same. However, if we wanted to be more specific, the question that we ask for personality or character is always, what are you like? And that's basically just to say, to describe yourself.
Yes, and then remember that the answer just needs to be. It doesn't need like in the answer. It's just I'm, or she is, or any person, any subject with to be. Now we have here, my brother is, or he is not. So like is again just for the question.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe for physical description, people would just say, describe your appearance.
Or another kind of similar question, what do you look like? And again, the answer is normally to be I'm, or I have, depending on the situation, as we talked about before. So, what do you look like? What is your appearance? Describe your appearance. Okay. Mattia, I'm outgoing, honest, and funny. Okay, lovely.
Nice.
Great. Nice combination there. Yeah.
Yeah, very good combination. Right, guys, if anyone, we're just conscious of time here, so if anyone has any questions, if there is anything that you still have doubts about, or if you're confused about, please let us know in the little comment box. If not, then I mean, thank you all very much, Mattia and Raffaele in particular, Marzia as well, Antonio for getting involved. We always enjoy good participation. If you want to continue on the next hour, we're going to be we're having a kind of, not a webinar for lessons, but we're actually having an Irish event in the next hour. So if you want to search you on YouTube, search Maes Milano Meravigli, and you'll be able to find our webinar, which is happening now at 6 o'clock, all about Ireland and Irish traditions. So if you search for this here, search for this on YouTube, and you will find us. We're doing that now at 6. But apart from that, from me, I'm all done. Thank you very much, Emily.
Yes, for me too. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Okay.
All right.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.